Doug Pederson has been fired. Accountability was taken. I did not see this coming, even with the rumblings yesterday of the reports coming out that, well, Doug Pederson's job might not be secure. I was like, wow. I was like, I figured they would have dropped the hammer if they were going to drop the hammer. Then I'm like, well, if they are going to fire him, could they hurry up so that leading candidates don't go to other teams instead? And then today it happens. It just happened. Doug Pederson is fired. That Super Bowl win in the not so far away past turns out didn't mean all that much when you just turn the team into a shell of itself. And again, it's not all on Doug, but man, he must have lost the locker room. He must have lost the locker room way more than anyone thinks he has. But man, if Doug is gone, Howie's got to go too. Howie's got to go too. What's the justification to keep Howie in place now? They're cleaning shop. Don't leave the top steward in the shop remaining. Get him out too. There must have been something like all the bullshit that came from benching Jalen Hurts in that fourth quarter of the game, turning the Eagles into a national laughingstock, just disgracing the game. I don't care if you believe that or not, or you think Doug did the right thing, benching Jalen Hurts and securing that sixth pick. The bottom line is the majority of people out there thought that that was a laughingstock move for the Eagles to make, and that was all on Doug. And Doug owned up to that right away, and the locker room must have said, nah, we're done playing for this guy. They must have all got together some way, somehow, some fashion, some form or another, and said, we're done playing for this guy. Get a new guy in here. I don't care how much you like him, Jeffrey Lurie. Get a new guy in here. So let's go. Let's go. This is huge. And again, like, I didn't kid myself into believing the notion of Doug Pederson getting fired because I'm like, it just ain't gonna happen. I'm not gonna waste my time and breath thinking that's gonna be It happened. It happened. And it happened the second after there was rumors it was going to happen. I'm telling you, watch these coming days. Watch these coming days. There's going to be so many reports coming to that locker room saying, you know what? We're just tired of Doug as a head coach, period. Doug, thank you for the Super Bowl. You'll always be remembered here. There'll always be a statue of you and Nick Foles in front of the stadium, in front of the link. Let's be real. Frank Reich might have been a bigger part of putting that statue there than you, Dougie. Because again, like I tell people that, like so many people are going to be like, how do you fire a Super Bowl winning coach a few years after he won the Super Bowl? It's like, dude, the Philly special, that touchdown before halftime, Nick Foles had to go to the sideline and tell Doug what play to run. And Doug had to sit there and be like, oh, okay, yeah, let's go with that. That's a good idea. Your backup quarterback is calling the shots for you, Doug. Never thought he was a good coach, but I always tolerated him because he got good enough guys around him. But the past 3 years, him trying to take over play calling for himself, not bringing an offensive coordinator in. Oh, come on, man. That didn't work out. It didn't fly, and the organization didn't like it either. And the organization heard that these players must have said, get him out now. We're not playing for him next season. This feels great. This feels great. This feels like it's going to help motivate the team. And like, even going ahead, like with even if you have Carson Wentz, who I feel is just handled this so pathetically, so cowardly on so many levels, just handled this whole situation so poorly. But never lose sight of what the organization did to Carson Wentz. Like, I'm totally fine with them moving on from Carson Wentz But by God, if they give him another chance here, I'm fine with that as well. But I'm also fine if they stick with Jalen Hurts here as well. Because it is a new day, a new regime. Shit, man. I'm just glad something got done. Someone who deserved to get fired got his ass fired. Good riddance, Doug. Thank you for the Super Bowl. Thank you for outcoaching Bill Belichick in one of the most entertaining Super Bowls in the history of Super Bowls. Thank you for curb stomping the Vikings. I will never forget all the good memories that will be linked to Doug Pederson as a head coach. I will never lose sight of that. Never, ever, ever, ever. But you had to go. And that is all.